March 8th, 2014 Malaysia, Airlines Flight 370. Boeing 777-200er. Heartbreak in one long sentence, half length. There is no crash site, no black box. No final voice, recording, only the suffocating silence of a Boeing 777 that vanished from radar at 1:19 a.m. carrying 239 souls. A husband who kissed his wife goodbye and promised to call when he landed. A little girl who waved at her father through airport glass until he became nothing. A young couple engaged 3 weeks who dreamed of naming their unborn children, and then the plane turned west, away from Beijing, away from reason, away from hope. And in Beijing, families gathered at the arrival gate watching. Asterisk, flight MH370 now arriving. Asterisk. Flash on the screen, watching the doors open, watching nothing come out except cold air. And that moment when hope cracks open and grief pours in never ended. For the families who spent years waiting by silent telephones, sleeping next to empty pillows, buying birthday cards for people who would never open them, like Mr. Bai, who stood at the airport every morning for 1,700 days, holding a photo of his son who had promised to bring him a coat from Beijing, a coat that never arrived. And like Jiang Kui, who still charges her phone every night because her husband always texted, asterisk, love you, sleep well, asterisk, after takeoff. But that night, the text never came. And for the young fiancé who never married because she said, asterisk, I already said my vows, he just couldn't hear them, asterisk. And for all the parents who cannot visit a grave because there is no grave, cannot say goodbye because how do you say goodbye to someone who did not die, but simply vanished like breath into winter air, leaving only a piece of wing flap covered in barnacles on a distant beach, and the unbearable weight of not knowing whether they suffered or held each other in the dark or cried out a name that no one heard. So tonight a mother in Beijing still dials a number that no longer exists and whispers, asterisk, call me when you land, asterisk. And a wife still keeps his coffee cup on the table. And a daughter still buys a Father's Day card every June and places it in a drawer. Because for them the clock stopped at 1:19 a.m. on March 8th, 2014. And no amount of time will ever restart it. And that is the true heartbreak of Malaysia Airlines. Flight 370, not the falling, but the vanishing, not the ending, but the endless, answerless, agonizing silence, where every goodbye that was supposed to be temporary becomes a farewell forever. Thank you for watching. If you want to keep exploring the history, psychology, and science of flight, subscribe and stay locked into the channel. Until next time, keep your eyes on the skies.